Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul full fight highlight. Yeah, the fight no one asked for but somehow everyone couldn't wait to see it was the clash of a boxing titan against a social media powerhouse, the guy who once ruled the ring versus the one who rules YouTube thumbnails. 7 months of build-up finally led to a T&T arena packed with fans and critics alike eager to see if Jake's Instagram confidence could stand up to Tyson's decades of grit and power. Jack PA. That is what you call a turning point, folks. Okay, a minute and a half from the first bell you could feel that neither fighter was in there for a friendly exchange. Tyson might be 58, but he brought his usual intensity, and Jake with his youth and reach did his best to keep the legend at arm's length. He didn't pay me to didn't pay me. Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So it's a bunch of __. But like I said before, they know what they doing. Both brothers, Logan, as well as Jay, they know what they doing. So by round 4, the tension was explosive with every punch, jab, and near miss, keeping the crowd on the edge, curious to know how it all played out. Hang tight, because this fight didn't go as anyone expected, and the ending left fans with more questions than answers. Stick around, I'm taking you through with each round of this wild showdown. If you thought Jake Paul was about to waltz into that ring and walk away with his signature cocky grin, reality had a surprise waiting, because Mike Tyson at 58 wasn't showing up for a casual sparring session. He came to do what he's done best for decades, and Jake was about to get a boxing education. He didn't ask for the iconic AT&T Arena in Arlington, Texas, was buzzing with anticipation, and if you weren't there, you missed the fight lesson of a lifetime. This match ended just a few hours ago, and fans are still in shock. I used to train both of them. I started them out, yeah. And I know I hooked them up when they first trainer. They doing good, well, man. I'm very happy for them and their success. And they doing good, man. Think about it. It was just some YouTube kids. And here they went. You fought the great F.Y. Mayweather. And now Mike Tyson, the two biggest guys in the sport. Jake Paul strutted into round 1 with all the bravado you'd expect from a YouTube star turned fighter. He had the smirk, the swagger, and that brand of confidence only he could pull off, standing tall with his height and reach advantage. He thought he had this under control, landing a few quick jabs, trying to keep Tyson at bay, as if he were holding off any old opponent. But here's the thing about Tyson, he isn't just any opponent. He's built his name breaking down giants, and no amount of reach was going to intimidate him tonight. Applause. Make no mistake, Jake put in work to prepare for this fight, and it showed. He was quick and sharp, and trying to look like he had the upper hand. But preparing for Tyson is a different beast altogether. By the end of round 1, you could see the doubt creeping into Jake's eyes, as if he was thinking, is this guy really 58? Because he feels more like a truck coming at me. Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're going to smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs. So be too close like this, buddy. If you give him room, oh man, you everybody get knocked out going backwards like this. In round 2, Tyson dropped any pretense of holding back. His expression shifted to that classic Tyson look, pure intensity with nothing held back. This wasn't some young flashy influencer in front of him. This was a kid who thought he could go toe-to-toe with a leg. Tyson started moving forward, his movements calculated and fierce, closing the distance between them with the kind of force that makes every punch count. Jake kept trying to jab to stay light on his feet, but Tyson was eating those hits like they were nothing, treating Jake's punches like minor inconveniences on his way to a win. Keep his name out there, long as he attach his name to mine, he gonna keep my name out there. If remember what he said, you Maui, he didn't pay me, where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So is a bunch of __. But like I said before, they know what they doing. Both brothers, Tyson went to work, throwing heavy, brutal body shots that left Jake visibly wincing. Each punch landed with a force that shook not just Jake's body, but his entire strategy that youth advantage people were so eager to talk about was fading fast. Tyson, the supposed old guy in this fight, was turning that hype into dust. Punch by punch fanatics fest is the real deal experience. Oh my god, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson. I got Jake Paul knocking him out. If I love Mike Tyson, he's by round 3. The balance of the fight was all Tyson. Jake Looked like he was still trying to keep up, trying to stay nimble, but Tyson was relentless every step forward, and every punch thrown had the weight of experience and sheer power behind it. The difference in strength was clear. Jake was throwing punches too sure, but Tyson's hits were like thunderclaps, while Jake landed like whispers. Here we go live. Might some more of wars summoned him because I entertained. The Tyson kept pressing forward, undeterred, unstoppable, as if he turned back the clock a few decades. And Jake, the look on his face, said it all. Gone was the cocky confidence replaced with a hint of desperation. It was the look of someone realizing far too late that he might have bitten off way more than he could chew. He kept throwing punches, but Tyson's presence alone was enough to make those punches look insignificant. Round 4 will be remembered for one thing: Tyson's infamous uppercut. It's the kind of punch that has haunted fighters' nightmares for years, and Jake got a first-hand experience. Tyson wound up and unleashed that uppercut, and you could almost see Jake's legs buckle for that split second. It was like watching a tree fall slowly and inevitably, but Tyson wasn't done. He followed up with a flurry of heavy shots that left Jake stunned and barely able to stay on his feet. That uppercut was the turning point, that moment when any doubt about who was in control vanished. Tyson had been dominating, but now he was just putting on a show of what raw power and skill looked like. Jake, for all his hype, was barely hanging on and trying to find his footing. Tyson wasn't here to let him recover. He was here to show that even at 58, he could still land punches that would make younger fighters think twice. Right hand, maybe the side back you pop, OG Sopdu. And look at this nice combination, a little bit uppercut from Jake Paul back, slow on his feet. He was already set up after round 4. It was clear Jake was struggling. Gone was the confidence in the bravado. Gone was the flashy, over-the-top personality. Now he was just trying to survive. Tyson's punches had taken their toll. His ribs were bruised, his stamina was depleted, and his energy was visibly fading. Tyson had done what he does best: break down an opponent until there's nothing left. It was the classic Tyson strategy, and it was working to perfection. You could see Jake trying to hang on, searching for some way to fight back. But the reality was unavoidable. Tyson was too strong, too skilled, and too relentless. This wasn't the same as sparring or facing other YouTubers or MMA fighters. This was a raw and unforgiving lesson from one of boxing's most legendary figures. Jake was a kid out of his league, a rookie who had stepped into the ring with a seasoned champion, and there was no easy way out. By the end of round 4, Jake was done. Tyson has shown that age is just a number when you're a fighter of his caliber. He delivered a masterclass in power, endurance, and skill, leaving Jake with nowhere to hide. The crowd knew it, Jake knew it, and Tyson knew it. He'd won, and he'd done it convincingly. As Tyson stood there victorious, he looked like a man who just finished another day at work, while Jake looked like he'd been through a hurricane. That is man on the planet, one of the most devastating heavyweight coup punchers of all times.